Okay, it looks like we've got a pretty good group going. We'll go ahead and get started, and folks can jump on as they've got an opportunity to do so. First of all, thank you for joining us. We're glad that you took some time to learn about this project, the Highway 287 Deal Ranch Drive to Spokane Creek Road project. My name is Christine Fife, and I'm going to be your guide through this short presentation. And I work with Big Sky Public Relations, and we partner with the Montana Department of Transportation on various projects. I will be the communications manager for this project. So my goal is to just keep you informed throughout construction. If you've got questions during construction, I'm your girl. I will share my contact information at the end of this presentation, so you'll know how you can get a hold of me and how you can sign up to receive regular project updates. I have with me today Camry Yulia. She's the engineering project manager, Rich Hibble, construction manager, and Jay Manuel, who is the construction operations engineer with Montana Department of Transportation. And we also have Russ Gobb of Riverside Contracting. Would you each just take a moment and introduce yourselves, please? Oh, Camry, you're muted.
Thank you. I'm Camry Yulia. I'm MDT's engineering project manager for the project.
And I'm Rich Hibble. I'm the Great Falls District construction engineer.
Hi everyone, my name is Jay Manuel. I'm the district construction operations engineer.
Hello, my name is Russ Gobb. I'm the project manager with Riverside Contracting.
Thanks, everyone. I also have with me today Katie Cleets. She's my colleague at Big Sky Public Relations. She's going to be monitoring that Q&A box, and she'll help us with those questions at the end of the presentation. So I just want to remind you that we are all subject to the many woes of technology. So we appreciate your patience as we've had to do a couple of last minute switch arounds. So I'm going to let Katie introduce herself and how that Q&A session will work.
Thanks, Christine, and good evening, everyone. As Christine said, I'm also with Big Sky Public Relations, so we'll be helping to facilitate any of the questions and get you answers to those questions at the end of this presentation. So as our folks are going through and sharing more information, please feel free to add any questions or comments to the Q&A system at the bottom of your screen. It looks like 2 chat bubbles. Please use that as opposed to the chat. It just helps our team see them that much better and tee them up to ensure we can answer your questions well. And as Christine said, she'll also have her contact information at the end. We know that sometimes it's not as easy to ask a question in front of the larger group. So if you want to follow up one-on-one afterwards, we're more than happy to help in that way too.
Thanks, Katie. And just, I also wanted to mention that we will be recording this presentation, and then that video recording will be available on the project webpage at a later date. So if anybody that you know missed this presentation and they'd like to get some more information, they'll be able to view that from the project webpage. So I'm going to turn things over to Camry, who's going to kick us off and tell us a little bit about the project.
All right, thank you. Good evening, everybody. We'll start with a quick overview. The Highway 287 Deal Ranch Drive to Spokane Creek Road project will widen a section of the highway just east of East Helena. As most of you know, the area between East Helena and Winston has grown significantly over the past several years. And with that growth, traffic numbers have increased and the need for additional travel lanes and turning access has increased as well. So starting this week and moving into the summer, the Montana Department of Transportation and Riverside Contracting will be improving traffic flow and access on approximately 4 miles of highway east to East Helena.
So here we have a map of the project limits. Project limits begin just east of Deal Ranch Drive and continue to just east of Spokane Creek Road. Deal Ranch Drive is approximately 3 miles east of the 6th intersection near Heritage Foods in East Helena. At the other end of the project is Spokane Creek Road, which most people know because of the flashing light at the intersection. Between these 2 points are a few residential areas and Capital Concrete.
So there are several improvements included in this project. The highway will be widened to include 2 travel lanes in each direction. A turn lane will be added to improve left turn access from the highway. The shoulders will be widened to 8 feet on both sides of the highway. A slip lane will be added to increase the right turn access from Spokane Creek Road. As you can see, a slip lane allows drivers to merge into traffic with greater ease and efficiency. Please note that this image shown is an example of the slip lane, is not intended to be an exact representation of Spokane Creek Road intersection. Flashing light at Spokane Creek Road will be removed, and a pole-mounted flashing beacons and signs will be added to the 3 legs of the intersection. The existing pullout will be widened and paved to improve access for school buses and snowplows. Additional improvements will include rumble strips, signing, and striping. So I'm going to turn things over to Russ and to talk about more of the project schedule and what we can expect during construction.
Thanks, Jay. Preliminary work has already begun. You may have seen crews in the project area conducting some dirt work and staging operations. Full construction is scheduled to begin next week. Construction will continue through the spring and summer and is anticipated for completion by early October. Work is weather dependent, and some finishing touches like chip sealing and striping may be completed in the spring of 2023. During construction, drivers can expect some traffic impacts. Work will begin at the west end of the project between Deal Ranch Drive and Capitol Concrete. During this portion of the project, traffic will shift to the northern side of the existing roadway furthest from the railroad tracks, and 2 12-foot travel lanes will remain open while new lanes are constructed on the south side. These travel lanes will be delineated to help guide traffic through the area. Traffic will shift to the south side of the roadway while travel lanes are constructed on the north side. Once the west half of the project is completed, the whole process will be repeated on the east half, beginning just east of Capitol Concrete to just east of Spokane Creek Road. Some construction overlap on the 2 halves of the project is likely. Travel on gravel surfaces will be necessary at various points during construction. Speeds will be reduced through the work zone, and drivers are encouraged to plan ahead for potential delays. A 12-foot width restriction will be in place. All vehicles wider than 12 feet will need to take alternate routes. There will also be a motorcycle advisory for gravel surfaces. Motorcycles will be encouraged to seek alternate routes when traffic is traveling on gravel surfaces in the project zone. I will now pass it back to Christine.
Thanks, Russ. That's great information. MDT's Vision Zero is the goal of 0 deaths and 0 serious injuries on Montana roadways. And improvement projects like this Highway 287 project are an important part of making that happen. And this Highway 287 Deal Ranch Drive to Spokane Creek Road project is helping us meet that goal by improving turning options and ensuring traffic continues to flow efficiently through the area. But we need your help as well. Drivers can directly help protect the crews that are on the road during construction. Crews are often located just feet away from where vehicles are traveling through the construction zone. Drivers are encouraged to slow down, avoid distracted driving, and proceed carefully through the work zone. And don't forget that fines double in work zones. As a reminder, Big Sky Public Relations is available throughout construction. Here's my contact information. We'd love to hear from you. If you have any questions or concerns throughout construction, you can reach us by emailing me at Christine@bigskypublicrelations.com. You can also call our project hotline, which is available Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. And that phone number is 406-207-4484. If you are interested in receiving weekly updates, those are available both via email and text. So if you'd like to receive email updates, you can email me at the email address that I just mentioned. If you'd like to receive text updates, you simply text Highway 287 to 41411. And those updates will begin as full construction starts, so likely next week, and you'll see those come through on Friday mornings. I would encourage all of you to visit our project webpage, and that is at bit.ly.com/highway287. You can learn more about the construction project, and then we'll also be posting our weekly updates to that project webpage as well. So that's a great source of information any time of day. For our radio listeners, we'll also have construction updates on 104.5 FM and 105.3 FM. And I'm just going to leave this screen up for a bit. So if you need to copy down that information, please feel free to do so. And with that, we'll turn some time over to our question and answer portion. So I'll shoot it over to Katie. Katie, do we have any questions in our Q&A box?
Thanks, Christine. Yes, we have a couple. And just as a reminder, folks, if you do have additional questions or as we're discussing more and things pop up, feel free to add those to the Q&A and we'll be sure to address all of them before we log off this evening. So first, I'll turn this one over to you, Camry, and then we can punt if needed too. But somebody has asked if there will be increased law enforcement presence during construction. And they note that in the 2 days since work has started, the amount of tailgating, speeding, and passing illegally or unsafely was unbelievable. So any thoughts on law enforcement, Camry?
Yes, so we are actively working with the Montana Highway Patrol to get an agreement in place that will allow them to spend some additional time doing enforcement on the project. Unfortunately, the kind of aggressive driver behavior you're seeing isn't uncommon when a project first starts. I'm hopeful it'll improve as we move forward with the project. And we did have a highway trooper out there this morning at about 8 o'clock this morning, and his presence really did seem to tame down the traffic. So the short answer is yes, we're working with them to try to improve the conditions out there.
Good to hear. Thanks so much, Camry. So next we have a question from Michelle. She's wondering more about the future life of the project. So she's wondering if there will be any work to widen from Deal Ranch Road onward to the west into East Helena, and curious why the project limits are just from Spokane Creek and from Spokane Ranch Road and not all the way to East Helena.
Yeah, I'll jump in on that one too. Thanks for the question. There is a future project planned, and it'll do exactly what you described. It'll go from Deal Ranch Road west into that easternmost stoplight in East Helena. And that project is currently still in the development phase. It is several years out, and the reason why these projects get split up often has to do with available funding and then also needs. So if one area is identified as a higher need, it'll get prioritized. But the short answer to that one also is yes, there will be a future project that will create some improvements, additional turn lanes and more passing opportunities, I believe, through that stretch.
Great, thank you so much. We have another question from Bruce, and he is wondering if the right turn from Spokane Creek Road will merge directly into the westbound lane, or will there be a lane similar to one where Wiley enters past East Helena? Camry, do you know about that?
Yes, so that right-hand lane will merge directly into a travel lane. And there won't be the merge arrows that you see over there by Wiley.
Thanks, Camry. At this point, those are all of the questions that I'm seeing. Christine, any additional thoughts as we maybe give folks a few more minutes to type anything that they may have?
Thanks, Katie. Yeah, we'll just we'll let people have a couple more minutes if there are additional questions, but more than anything, we just want to remind you that we really do want to keep you informed. So please feel free to sign up for those updates and let us know if you have questions. We're available throughout construction. And we know that this is not always the format that people want to ask questions. So feel free to reach out to me if tomorrow something comes to you, or if you just feel more comfortable doing that offline. We're happy to answer those questions as they come through. Please also watch for the opportunity to comment on social media posts that you may see online. And more than anything, we just appreciate your support of this project. And thank you to our project team for taking time to be here to answer questions. And it looks like we may have one more question. Katie, I'll throw that over to you.
Yeah, thanks, Christine. It looks like we have a couple. So first, Camry, I'll put this one back over to you. Somebody's asking about the construction hours and if construction will be during the day and night or just the day.
So we're currently planning for construction to only take place during daytime hours. Right now, the schedule is approximately 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. That will likely get longer as daylight allows. But I don't believe there's any current plans to do any night work.
Perfect. Thanks, Camry, and that's great additional context. We also have just a comment from Casey. So Casey, we have that and we'll note that for our project team and follow up accordingly. Thank you for bringing that to our attention.
Great, thanks everyone. I'll turn my camera back on here. Thanks for being here, everyone. We really appreciate it. Like I said, reach out if you've got questions. We're happy to answer those for you. Appreciate your time in being here. And we hope to hear from you soon. And we appreciate your patience while we complete this really important project. Hope everyone has a great night and enjoys the sunshine this weekend. Take care, everyone.